This program on the air, continuing to cover the great outdoors with really the best program about the outdoors anywhere on television. Of course, it's on PBS, Detroit Public TV. Jimmy Gretzinger doing a terrific job keeping this programming alive. Here's Jimmy.
There's a couple of different ways that we can say thank you for your pledge of support that you're making here tonight to Detroit Public Television in support of Michigan Out of Doors. We've got some great premiums that we've been doing here now on public television for at least last couple of years, and one of those is a hoodie. And you can check that out. They're going to have some graphics on the screen of the different price levels for that, and also a Michigan Out of Doors hat. And it's really kind of fun for us because as we travel the state, we get to see some of this Michigan Out of Doors gear on folks all over the state. So these are just two premiums that we can do tonight to say thank you for your pledge of support. You can see the different levels there on your screen, and really those go a long way, like I said before, in kind of supporting the outdoors, because we know here in the state of Michigan there are a ton of folks that love to hunt and fish and trap, love the shooting sports, and that's what we at Michigan Out of Doors are all about, is really kind of highlighting you, the viewer. If you had to watch me hunting and fishing every week, well, that show would get pretty boring pretty fast. But we can do 100 different bluegill stories here in the state of Michigan, and they'll all be a little different because we're pointing the camera at you. We're all about telling your story, and I think that's really what has worked even from the early 1950s with Morton F., Jerry Geppetta, Fred Trost, Bob Garner, all those that went before. They were on the camera every once in a while, but it was really about pointing it at you, the sportsmen and women of this great state. And when we do that and tell your story, it's a win-win for everybody. So we've got some great pledge premiums that you can do that. And if you just make a $5 pledge, if you can't go all the way up to the different levels for the hoodie or for the hat, everything is a vote for the outdoors, and it really is letting the folks at Detroit Public Television know that they made a good decision in bringing us back onto Thursday nights. We hope to have this really be our home here on Detroit Public Television for a long, long time, but we can only do that with you, the viewer, doing your part, stepping up and making that pledge of support.